Might be throwing on 3rd down and 4. Collins with a short drop, fires it out, gets his man. It's a first down as Rakim Ismail, the opening drive of the game. Collins, big at 6'5", triggers the ball. He gets Ismail and he dives ahead for another first down reception. Out of Colorado. He was the #1 pick of the Panthers, and he's wide to the near side. Here's a throw over the middle, and Wesley Walls, the big tight end, who might have the best hands of any tight end in the league. Carolina Panthers, as they have it down to the 15-yard line. At the beginning of the season, they had trouble in the red zone. Now they're heading down and into the end zone with the rookie Fred Lane as he takes it 15 yards for the first touchdown of the game. His second NFL touchdown. Here it is, Jim Mora.
Yeah, they feel like Fred Lane is a real good power runner, an inside runner. For a smaller back, he's very strong, and that way he hits it right up inside, breaks a couple tackles, and gets into the end zone. As you mentioned, Don, the Carolina Panthers
making the offensive play calls from high above for Carolina. End off on short yardage, 3rd and a yard. They had to get the ball to the 35-yard line, did the Panthers. They went to their 3rd-year fullback from Michigan State, former NFL linebacker with the Eagles and the Saints. I think he's also with the Rams for a while. 2nd down and 10. Collins against a blitz. He eludes it, throws and gets Wesley Walls, the tight end. And he's down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 21 yards on the play. How they did it the first time when they had that rhythmic drive down the field to score the first points of the game. Here is a throw to Scott Green, the fullback. Right in the middle of the field. He just goes crashing through inside the Raider 20. It's 7-0 Carolina in the first quarter. Handoff, and Fred Lane breaks it. He's going in again. Might be the run of the year. He was absolutely jolted back with a hit. Looked like he was stopped. Instead, he breaks it for 18 yards.
This is not a play that ought to score. The Raiders are in good shape. What they've got to do is make tackles.
Man.
Beekert, number 54, misses a tackle. Morton, number 50, makes the tackle.
And you think he's the best you've had, isn't he?
He's the best football player I've ever coached. I've been coaching for 37 years. He's a coach's dream.
How's that for a recommendation? Here's a throw to Tim Brown. Beautifully threaded in by Jeff George just before he took a hard hit. 14-0 early in the second quarter. Jeff George makes the throw and a connection to his tight end, Ricky Dudley. And Dudley, who's averaging over 18 yards a catch, gets almost 20 on that reception. And down 14-0. They need a first down, do the Raiders. 8th play of the drive coming up. Kaufman, he didn't get there. Took it inside, tried to bounce outside. And a loss of 3 yards on the play, and who else but number 51, Sam Mick. Tom Capers, as I told you, Jim, might have brought him back a little too soon, but now he's back in winning form. Fires again, another connection. This is Caruth. Penalty marker down as Caruth is down to the 26-yard line. And he's fearless, leading with his head, even with the surgery on his jaw, and he gets the first down. Here's Lane again. Fred Lane breaks it. And a sweep to the far side. He is inside the 20-yard line.
Kerry Collins, you can see that there's absolutely no defender in the middle of the field right there. And I'm sure what happened there was Kerry Collins either in
18 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, but now he's forced to throw. They give him time. He makes a connection. Look at Tim Brown break into open field. And on 2nd and 10, Tim Brown breaks a gain. Built the Panthers lead to 21-0. Jeff George takes a look. He screens the ball out. Napoleon Kaufman breaks it. He has a first down as the Raiders finally get consistent big plays on offense. Happiness on the Carolina bench. Winners tell jokes, losers say deal. And Jeff George has got to deal it downfield now. He's getting time. He throws it all. What a beautiful throw to Tim Brown. Brown says, come to me with the ball, and that is what Jeff George is doing, a 15-yard gain. Focus week, we have to be very alert on the line of scrimmage for all these blitzers. They picked every one of them up there. Here's another blitz, and again they pick it up. Sidearm ball to Napoleon Kaufman, and with his tremendous speed, Kaufman dives down to the goal line. He goes in, and the Raiders are on the board on a 24-yard pass play. Jeff George's 19th touchdown throw of the season.
Kaufman over there. The Carolina Panthers have nobody in that zone out there, so he's got free running as soon as he catches the ball. He runs by Mills, he runs by Minter, and runs. He's a tremendous weapon in this Panther offense.
He is, even more than Ben Coates. Here's the throw. No more to use. Stole the virtues of Wesley Walls as a receiver, and he demonstrates his ability to get open and to make the catch. Panthers could get another first down on this drive. Handoff straight up the middle. Scott Green, he's heading in. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 rushing touchdowns in the first half. The Panthers had only 3 rushing touchdowns.
Blocking right there, and Green sees the opening and cuts it back. But that right side of that offensive line, Garrido and Skrepanak, just blow those guys off the ball and make it easy for Green to get in the end zone.
The Carolina offensive line, coached by the famous Jim Mouse McNally, 4 rushing touchdowns in the first half, more than they had in the previous 8 games combined. Here is Jeff George, a hard throw, and
totally opposite.
They're down and short for the Raiders. They get the connection. That is Dudley, the big tight end from Ohio State. 45-yard field goal attempt. He hit a career-long 53-yarder against Seattle. Here is a high-spinning kick. Will it get there? It does not.
Well, when you make a move like that, then you got to feel confident that your field goal kicker is going to get one through. That didn't happen that time.
Jeff George takes a look. He lofts the ball down to Tim Brown, who makes the catch inside the 20. And Tim Brown is all the way down to the 10-yard line. Said he can only do that for 5 yards. He said that's all you're supposed to do it for. Here is a sack as Jeff George is caught by a blitz. Lamar Lathan, with only his 2nd sack of the year, lost at Green Bay. They came in 1 game of the Super Bowl. George takes a look, dances and throws. He's got a man open. Touchdown. James Jett with his 9th touchdown reception of the season.
There's Jett, 82 in the slot, and he's going to come right across the field. The Panthers are playing zone defense, and he gets behind the safety, Coda, right there, and makes the play. That corner's got to stay deep in that end zone.
They need 10. Another blitz and a sack. So they get the corner sack by Albert Lewis, the 15-year veteran from Grambling. Right. They say, well, you're in this system now. Play it. 3rd down and 12. Here's Jeff George standing up, firing to Tim Brown. And he's down to the 33-yard line. Penn Stays has now 8 receptions for 142 yards in this game. Jeff George, ooh, he came in high. It's picked off by Sam Mills. And Mills on the run takes it out to the Carolina 45. So the most popular Panther delivers big on defense, as really can handle. Very humble guy.
Very classy.
It is 2nd down and 9 as Collins stands in, fires the ball, and he gets Wesley Walls. Here Collins is right back.
Although he doesn't need that.
2nd down. Collins stops, takes a look, swings the ball over near side to Anthony Johnson, and he's ahead inside the 40-yard line, and he has a first down for the Panthers. His only misses this year have been over 50 yards. He's 1 for 4 from 50 plus. He hits the ball. Man, that thing would have been good from 70. What a field goal. He hit a 52-yarder earlier this year. He just hit a 54-yarder. His team down 31-14. Has to start pitching again. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up. Pump faking. George takes a look. He gets a man. A beautifully thrown ball. And again, it is Tim Brown coming across the middle.
Hits Brown. He's
Brown.
Always looking for Brown.
He's got 9 catches today, Tim Brown, for 154 yards. This time it's Napoleon Kaufman, and he breaks it for 15 yards and a first down. Raiders needing points, down 31-14 in the 3rd quarter. Jeff George swings it to the open man. Up the middle goes Napoleon Kaufman. Dives to the turf. Jeff George drops, and he's dropped at the 47-yard line. Holding down Kaufman, Jim. He had 896 yards coming into the game, averaging 5.7 a carry.
Well, Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator, told us, he says the key to our game today defensively is not let Kaufman.
3 Super Bowl winners with Dallas he played on. 2 national championship teams at Miami of Florida. Fred Lane, they're really closing in on Fred now as he gets shut down. That big lead, 31-14. Here's an all-out blitz. It's picked up. A throw and a catch by Rocket Ismail. And there goes the Rocket. Ooh, they hold on. He almost broke it. Taking a 31-14 lead. Here in the fourth quarter with 11:08 to play in it. Straight up the middle goes Fred Lane. On second down and 6, Fred Lane.
The 49ers. I think he's got 1 sack, but they've had a hard time getting him on the field, and he was hurt earlier in the year.
Here's the throw and a beautiful catch by Wesley Walls. James Trapp
into coverage.
Ken Walter now ready to place the punt again. He hits the high end over end punt. Desmond Howard lets it hop. It's going to be downed at the 2-yard line. Coming down to cover.
Especially on defense.
Yeah, they were blasted at the half. They were down 28-7 at the half with the Raiders. And then scored the opening touchdown of the third quarter.
High hopes for themselves coming into this season.
Yeah, there was great optimism, and with good reason. I mean, they have a lot of personnel. Here is Fred Lane following blocker Scott Green. And Lane turns it down close to the goal line. Is he in? He is. That's another rushing touchdown. A 32-yard run for a touchdown.
That Raider defense, there's got to be somebody that comes up there and turns that play in. Number 96, Darrell Russell, gets caught inside. There is nobody to contain the run. There is nobody to contain the run. That's just poor defense. That's unsound defense. You always have somebody to turn the run back inside. They didn't have any. Chiefs told me a few weeks ago, I said, what's the most important thing for a head coach in the NFL? He said, well, Jim, there's 3 things that are most important. Number 1 is owner, number 2 is owner, and number 3 is owner.
Brown, 9 receptions for 155 yards, but not nearly enough. Here's another catch by Tim Brown. His 10th catch of the day. He has 59 for the season through 9 games. No fun to lose, and somebody has to every week. Here is Klingler firing over the middle. He gets Dudley. A nice catch off his hip, and he advances the ball down to the 6-yard line into alignment without a huddle. Trying to get it into the end zone. Klingler takes a look, fires, throws hard, and he might be picked off. I think he is. Tyrone Poole, who's played superbly all day, puts a topper on it. We know Fred Lane's healthy. Everybody in the field hits him, and he keeps on running. Handoff as they go to Tim Hall, and he's ahead. Has a first down for the Raiders out to the 45-yard line, but we're down now to 19 seconds left to play. We'll be staying with our NBC cameras on the field for the post-game handshakes, if there are any. We could have, now there are some. That's good to see. As it got very heated, 2 Raiders were thrown out here late in the game. Chester McLaughlin and Russell Maryland. And Joe Bugle, the consummate sportsman that he is, despite this bit disappointing day for Bugle and his Raiders, comes across and shakes hands of the victor, Dom Capers.
That's hard to do sometimes when you're a losing coach, you know. What you want to do is just run into the locker room, and for Joe to come across like that, and most of the head coaches in the league are classy like Joe is right there, but sometimes it's very difficult to do.
Man of the day who carried the day, Fred Lane, the runner, will be coming back to Charlotte with a Panthers win 38-14.